Hi, I'm Vicky. Welcome to my channel and to this yoga flow to help you de-stress and unwind, to help you to get out of your head and into the sensations of your body, into the present moment, connecting with your breath. So we're going to start today in a seated position on your mat, finding a seat that feels comfortable for you. If you have a yoga block, it might feel nice to just perch on the edge of that just to give you a little bit more height through the hips. Or you can take a lotus pose or a cross-legged pose or even kneeling, whatever feels best for you. Wherever you are, bring your hands to rest in your lap or to cup the knees. Roll your shoulders up towards the ears and then lightly back and down, opening your heart. And then go ahead and close the eyes. Beginning with a big breath in through the nose, fill all the way up to the top. And exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Feeling yourself arrive here in this moment. As we begin to breathe through just the nose now, see if you can bring all of your awareness to just the exhales. Noticing the soothing sound as you breathe out through the nose. And as you do so, you feel your shoulders fall down away from the ears, relaxing. See if you can make your exhales longer than your inhales. Completely emptying the lungs with every breath. And as you do so, can you let go of something? Can you soften? Noticing if you're holding on to any tension through the jaw, through the corners of the eyes or the eyebrows. Let them be soft. And then take a moment to set yourself an intention for the practice. So it can be an intention of your choice, or you can join me in my intention, which is just to be present, to notice if thoughts try and intrude and try and make their way in. And if they do, just to become aware of them, let them in, but then let them pass on by. Don't linger with them, but instead reconnect to your breath and to the sensations in your body. When you're ready, go ahead and open the eyes. Hug the knees in towards your chest. Wrap the arms around your shins. Give yourself a great big hug and drop your chin towards your chest. Release and come back to a seated position. Lift your right arm high and hinge at the elbow. Bring the hand down between the shoulder blades. Take your left arm out to the left with the thumb pointing down and then reach back behind you, intending to take hold of the hand. Now if the hands don't meet, that's totally fine. Just take hold of the clothes. Keep moving with the intention of drawing the two hands towards one another. So you're still sitting nice and tall here. You can even use your head to gently press into the arms, into the upper arm, and just breathe here, noticing where you feel the stretch. Gently release, and we'll take it to the other side. This time your left arm reaches up tall, hinge at the elbow, still sitting up nice and tall through the spine. Send your right arm out to the right with the thumb pointing down and then reach back behind you. So you might find that you're perhaps more flexible on one side than the other. That's totally normal. Gently release. Bring your right hand down to the side, and as you inhale, reach up and over the body with the left arm. You can turn the head to look out under the arm if that feels good for the neck. Breathe. Just gently pressing into that right hand, making sure that both hips stay connected to the ground. We don't want to lift up on one side. And then from here, twist your ribs to point down towards your right leg, and then swoop the hand down and to the side. And as you inhale, swoop back and up. Pivot your ribs to look up. Exhale, down and swoop. Inhale, up. Really open your heart as you lift. Exhale, come down. Inhale, lift. And exhale, float that hand down. We'll take it to the other side this time. Inhale, reach up and over with the right hand. From here, twisting the ribs down towards the left knee, and exhale, swoop the hand down. Inhale, up, lift. Exhale, come down and swoop to the side. Inhale, lift. Really pivoting with the ribs here. Releasing any tightness in the chest, under the arms. Last one, coming down and up. And exhale, float the hand down by your side. From here, make your way onto your knees. We'll come into extended child's pose. So the knees are about hip distance apart. Sit back onto your heels. Walk the arms out in front of you. Melt your forehead down to the mat. Immediately tuning into the breath. Full, even breathing. Breathing so deeply that it almost feels like the skin on the back of your body is stretching with each inhale. From here, rise up onto the knees as you send your upper body forwards until you feel that your hips are stacked over the knees, and then melt your heart down to the mat. Maybe your forehead touches, taking extended puppy dog pose. Make your way back to a seated position. And we'll take rabbit pose. So if you're new to rabbit pose, what we want to do is aim for the crown of the head to touch the mat. So it's kind of like a child's pose. You round down, bring the crown of your head as close to the knees as you can, and then cup the heels with your hands. Then when you're ready, begin to lift the hips up, getting a great back body stretch here. Breathing into the shoulders and the neck. And gently lower down. Slowly and mindfully lift up to a seat. Come to a tabletop position. Lift the knees and the hips. Find downward facing dog. Making any small movements that feel good here before making your way into stillness. As you inhale, lift your right leg high, spread the toes, and then bend the knee and open the hip. So imagining that you're stacking your right hip over the left hip, but try and keep your shoulders in line as you do so. Notice what's going on in the body. What do you feel? And then in your next inhale, extend the right leg for three-legged dog. The hips are back in line with one another. And exhale, step forwards with the front leg, with the right leg, and rise up to a high lunge position. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart in prayer position. Take a big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, twist to the right, hooking your left elbow to the outside edge of your right knee. Hug the inner thighs in towards one another. Breathe. As you inhale, rise up to your crescent lunge. As you exhale, open up for warrior two. So the left foot is now parallel with the short edge of the mat. Your arms open out to a T, gaze out over your right middle finger. Breathe. Option to stay here with the arms extended away from one another, or to come into a reverse prayer position. I'll just turn so that you can see. So reverse prayer position has your hands behind the back with the palms touching. If this isn't accessible for you today, keep the arms extending away from one another. Gaze out over your right shoulder, breathe. Release your mudra if you have one, and as you exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to a plank position, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. Send the arms forwards until your elbows are under the shoulders. And as you inhale, lift your heart, Sphinx Pose. Finding length through the low back here. Keeping the shoulders away from the ears, breathe. On your next exhale, lower down, bring the hands under the shoulders, move through a tabletop position, tuck the toes, lift the knees and the hips, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the left leg high, spread the toes, and bend at the knee, opening the hip here. Trying to keep your shoulders in line with one another, breathe. As you inhale, lengthen the left leg, three-legged dog, and as you exhale, step forwards with the left leg, rise up to your crescent lunge. Bring your hands to your heart, prayer position, and as you exhale, twist to the left this time, hooking the right elbow to the outside edge of your left knee. Breathe. As you inhale, rise back to your crescent lunge. As you exhale, open up, warrior two. Same thing here, option to keep the arms extended out to a T or to take your reverse prayer mudra. Gaze out over the left shoulder, breathe. Wherever you are, keep pressing into the outside edge of your right foot, making sure the whole foot is connected to the ground. As you inhale, release your mudra if you have one, and exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back to a plank position, lower all the way down. As you inhale, lift up for a cobra, and exhale, lower. Move through a tabletop position, tuck the toes, lift the knees, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg high, spread the toes, and as you exhale, step the right foot forwards and come into warrior one, Virabhadrasana 1. So the left toes point out about 45 degrees and that whole left foot is connecting to the mat. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, and exhale, circle the arms back behind you, interlace the fingers and lift your heart. Take a big breath in through the nose, and as you exhale, bow forwards. Let your head be heavy and peel your hands away from you, releasing tension from the chest and the shoulders. Breathe here. As you inhale, rise up, your arms reach up overhead, and as you exhale, float the hands down, step back and move through your vinyasa. As you inhale, take cobra or up dog. Exhale, lower down. Make your way to downward facing dog. Big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. And just take a moment here to notice where your mind has gone. Has it started to wander? If it has, just gently guide it back to this breath, to these sensations in the body. As you inhale, lift your left leg high, spread the toes. As you exhale, step the left foot through to the front. Take warrior one on the other side. Inhale, the arms reach up overhead. Exhale, the arms reach back behind you. Interlace the fingers, put the other thumb on top this time. And inhale, lift your heart. As you exhale, bow forwards. Peel your hands away from you. Breathe into the chest and the shoulders. Let the head be super heavy here. Feel yourself surrender. As you inhale, rise up, release your hands, the arms reach up overhead, and exhale, float the hands down, step it back, and move through your vinyasa. Big breath in through the nose, big sigh through the mouth. From here, lower down onto your knees, and we'll take a seated twist. So to do that, bring your left knee in line with your belly button and step the right foot to the outside edge of that knee. Now, if that feels like a lot for the legs, you can extend the left leg out long. So finding the variation that works best for you today. As you inhale, lift your left arm up, and as you exhale, twist, hooking the elbow to the outside edge of your right knee and turning to look out over your right shoulder. So still sitting nice and tall here, making sure you're not collapsing back. And you can choose to stay right here, or you can take a bind by reaching that left hand under the knee and reaching back behind you to take hold of the hands. Breathing evenly and fully. Look ahead, release the arms, and then unravel the legs. Extend your left leg out long if it's not already, and place the sole of your right foot to the inner left thigh. My words all scrambled there. Square your upper body over that left extended leg, flex the foot, and as you exhale, fold over the leg. You can let your head hang down towards the knee here, breathing into the whole of the back body. Tuning into your exhales, using that breath to release some tightness, to let go of anything that's no longer serving you. Begin to walk your upper body back to a seated position, and we'll take it to the other side. Bending the right knee this time and bringing the knee in line with the navel. Step the left foot to the outside edge of that right knee, and again, option to extend the right leg rather than having it bent if that feels best for you and your body. Gaze over your left shoulder and breathe. Option to take a bind if you wish. Notice where you feel the stretch. How does it feel today? Turn to face the front of your mat, unravel the arms, followed by the legs, and then extend that right leg out long if it's not already. Place the sole of the left foot to the inner thigh, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, fold. Same thing here, draw your head towards the knee, breathe. Begin to walk the upper body up to a seated position. And we'll take our final shape of the day, Shavasana. Now you can choose to do this in traditional Shavasana, just lying on your back, on your mat, or you can take your legs up the wall, which is really soothing if you're feeling particularly stressed or anxious, and you're just looking for a little bit of a deeper relaxation. So to do that, you just come close to the wall, and then turn, you lift your legs up the wall. Feet can be about hip distance apart. You can choose to have your hands resting on your belly or out to the sides with the palms facing up. So wherever you are in your Shavasana, go ahead and close the eyes. Take a big breath in through the nose, fill all the way up to the top. And when you feel that you're at the top of that breath, take in one more sip of air. And then exhale completely through the mouth. Big sigh. When you think you've let it all go, see if you can just let one more sip out. Let your breathing return to its natural rhythm now, not trying to control it, just letting it be. As you give yourself permission to relax here in Shavasana, feeling a heaviness wash through the body, becoming aware of all the parts of the body that are connecting with the mat or with the wall. Let them feel heavy and supported. And while we're here in Shavasana, if thoughts tend to try and make their way in, just know that's totally normal. See if you can just let them float on by without attaching any of your energy to them. Allowing your body to fully relax and your mind to be calm. We'll be here for a few moments and I'll let you know when Shavasana is complete. Begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes as you invite a deeper breath into the body. Becoming aware of your surroundings once more. Start to circle the wrists and the ankles. And it might feel good to just reach the arms up overhead. Take a stretch. And then as you exhale, hug your knees in towards the chest. Pausing here for a few moments with the eyes closed. Allowing yourself time to just ease back into your day, one breath at a time. So when you're ready, slowly make your way onto one side and gently come to a seated position. Keep the eyes closed for now. Place one hand on your heart and the other hand on top. Take a big breath in through the nose. Big breath out through the mouth. And just pause here for a moment with your eyes closed to check in with how you're feeling now compared to how you felt at the start of the practice. See if you can really breathe in that feeling. Notice if you feel lighter, calmer, more at peace. And see if you can take those feelings with you into the rest of your day. Bring your hands to Anjali Mudra, prayer position, and blink open the eyes. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.